Good evening, ladies, as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone arena action. Oops, let me go ahead and get the volume all squared away. There we go. So, I finished up a Shaman run in my last video. It was a deck I thought was mediocre, but it made it to 8 wins, leaving me with a 6.9, I think, average for the games I've played so far. That's one game with each class in the Goblins versus Gnomes expansion. Then in the next video I picked up a Rogue, even though it hasn't been long since I've done Rogue. Rogue is my least favorite class, I think, in the arena. And yeah, I just figured I'd get it out of the way for this cycle. Up against a Hunter, also had a daily quest. Let's see how far I can make it in this quest. Orange Knight the Hunter. It is a tough matchup, of course, Hunter versus Rogue, because of the potential to get just burned out. Oh, this is actually a pretty keepable hand. I mean, I could do Questing Adventurer, Backstab, Coin, Elven Archer on turn 3. Let's try it out. Let's see if that actually ends up working. Because with Backstab and Elven Archer, that's 3 damage, so that actually could kill something that he would play on his 3rd turn. This means I am not coining into the Micro Machine, nor am I playing Elven Archer to the face. We're just going to let things go. Alright, so the ideal thing here would be something I can just dagger kill. Ah, ouch. Okay. Interesting. So what I could do here is a couple of things. I could, of course, just play the Micro Machine and try to trade it for the Pine-Sized Summoner. The problem with that is that if I do that, then on the next turn, he might actually play a 4-drop for 3 mana, which would pretty much negate the advantage of this Questing Adventurer. Let's think about this. Let's worst case scenario this, alright? So Micro Machine, he ignores it, hits me in the face, plays Ascension. He's now got a 3-5. Then on turn 3, I play Questing Adventurer, Backstab, Coin, Elven Archer. That makes this a 5-5. But then he can just kill the Micro Machine, Deadly Shot it. I don't think it's actually worth it. I think it makes much more sense here simply to play the Micro Machine and use the Backstab on the Pine-Sized Summoner. This Questing Adventurer could have been some other weird rare. Oh, I think it could have been like a Goblin Sapper, maybe? I think it could have been a Goblin Sapper. Although there were 2 Questing Adventurers in this deck, weren't there? Yeah, that was one of the weaknesses of this deck for sure. Okay. A Web Spinner. Alright, that actually does make sense though. I think I'll still do my move. Basically, I've got a couple of different options here. I could do Questing Adventurer, Coin, Elven Archer, kill the Web Spinner, trade the Micro Machine for the Fairy Dragon. I've got a 4-4. Another option is I could dagger the Fairy Dragon, Elven Archer the Fairy Dragon, kill the Fairy Dragon, use this to kill the Web Spinner, and then I'm going to have a 5-1. That way I'm not playing a Questing Adventure, but you know what, that might actually be the right move. Because now he's got a bit... The point of the Questing Adventure is something that the opponent kind of has to deal with, but I'm achieving the same exact effect with this Micro Machine. Now he's got to deal with that thing, because it's a big deal. Now here's an interesting moment. I could play the coin and make a shield bearer. The reason I might want to do that is so that the Micro Machine has some protection from weapons and charging creatures, but I'm not going to do that. If he wants to charge and kill this, that's fine. Note that it's a 4-1 now, but he should treat it as a 5-1 because it's going to become a 5-1 on my turn, and that hits pretty hard. You know, Micro Machine, I think I like this guy a lot. I like it more than the 2-3 that gets +1 attack when the opponent plays a spell, for sure. I think it's better than that, at least in my experience, both playing it and having it used against me. I think probably the best mech is the 2-3 that makes mechs cheaper. That one's really, really good. I don't like the 3-mana mechs. There's the 1-4 with charge and taunt, which, now that I think about it, isn't that just strictly better than the monkey? There's a 1-4. Okay, that one's a beast though, I guess. There's a 1-4 monkey, the stupid monkey that I call it. I don't even remember its real name anymore. It's got a multi-shot, which clears my board out, but I'm pretty okay with that. Because what I can do now is play the Questing Adventure and make a shield bearer, start to grow the adventure, and he's got to be a little bit careful here. So he has to again use removal to finish this off. Now I could have used the coin and made like a Fairy Dragon. That would have put this at 4-4, which would have protected it against kill command without a beast. But he's got a beast in his hands, so unless it's a really expensive beast. Well, if it's a beast that costs 2 mana or less, he could activate his kill commands, but if it's a more expensive beast, he wouldn't be able to play kill command just yet. But because I left this at 3-3, he can do kill command on it anyway. The thing is, I figured I want to save the coin. I've got this sprint here. I might actually want to sprint on turn 6, depending on how things are going. So this game's going alright. I have used some growing minions to threaten the opponent. Charge minions don't work because of Shield Bearer, nor do weapons. Kill command would be good. Deadly Shot is a 50-50 chance of working. Arcane Shot doesn't quite work. Alright, he plays a Tiger. Interesting, so he didn't have an answer for this questing adventure, so it gets to ride free here. Alright, let's see what we get. Sen'jin. Now this is an interesting choice. The Sen'jin provides extra protection for the quester, but it dies to the Tiger. Is it worth throwing the Sen'jin under the bus when the Shield Bearer will do? I mean, that's really only going to matter if he has more charging or a weapon or something. I could do Sen'jin, Coin Fairy Dragon, for example. Then I'm running into Mind Control Tech, but I'm probably going to run into Mind Control Tech anyway at some point. It's a tough call. Alright, I'm going to go for it. This might be a mistake, but I will do it. And the reason is that this now is actually going to survive a kill command. So I'm at a high risk of a Mind Control Tech right now, because apart from the Shield Bearer, every single thing he could steal is pretty darn solid. And if he steals this, I'm in a lot of trouble. Let's see if he's got it. As a general rule, I don't like to play around Mind Control Tech. And I am going to go down 2 cards because of this Tiger, but I figure I've got Sprint here, so I should be okay. He plays a Knife Juggler, which I'm not concerned about. Unleash the Hounds. Okay, well that's pretty good. So I want as many of these to hit my face or the Questing Adventurer. If they hit my Taunters, I could get in trouble. If he actually manages to break past my taunt wall. Alright, he cannot get past the taunt wall here unless he has Hunter's Mark. So the dogs could kill the Shield Bearer. Ah, man, you know what? I need Fen of Knives. If I don't get Fen of Knives, I'm going to be in trouble. And I use the coin so I can't sprint next turn. I could actually lose this game pretty easily. Alright, he's going to kill that. Use the dogs to kill that. So his dogs are all alive. He hits me in the face. I need Fen. If I got Fen of Knives here, that would just be spectacular. Deadly Poison doesn't quite do the job. Alright, we got to think carefully now. I think we're going to play this Golem for sure. I've got the mana left over, so I might as well remake the dagger before putting Deadly Poison on it. Okay. So now, I guess we'll just keep it simple, keep it safe. Well, actually, wait, should I hit him in the face? 8, 11, plus 7. 8, 11, plus 7 is 18 damage, leaves him at 6 health. But then he has all these minions out here. I think we should play it a little bit safer. We'll kill the Knife Juggler. We'll kill that thing. Now, is it worth it to kill a dog? No, because then 2 dogs plus kill command would still kill the quester. So there's really no point in killing the dogs. I'll just hit him in the face for 12 damage. Ka-chunk. Okay, I mean, can he kill an 8-7? He needs 3 damage. Or if he has kill command, that'll do it. If he has Deadly Shot, that'll do it. He just needs removal for this, and he should be a pretty good chance of winning. Okay, any of these would be pretty good for him. The bear's probably actually the worst one, though, because Leok would have buffed the dogs, and a pig would have let him kill the quester. Now, at least, the 2 dogs can kill this. Deadly Poison isn't quite enough to kill the bear, so I'll have to damage the quester to do it. He has a Cobra, which is threatening to kill my quester as well. So all things considered, he's actually in pretty good shape. He just needs to kill this, and then I cannot get past this bear. I'm going to sprint, but then that leaves him with, you know, the full board. Alright, the Crazed Alchemist is an interesting choice there. I would have just killed this thing. Is he really going for the kill on me now? It's an interesting choice. I don't think he has enough damage. Well, does he? See, this bear's going to die. Tinker's Oil, wow. Well, I can't trigger the combo, but... Oh, this is hilarious. By switching this around, he actually stops me from winning. Because if I play this, I can use my weapon to kill the bear, but then this is only, let's see, 8 plus 2 is 10 damage, plus the 1 from playing a card is 11 damage. I can get him down to 1 health. Oh, hilarious. Can't trigger the combo because, shoot. Because this is too expensive. Alright, I think if I get my other backstab, I win. So I'm actually going to go ahead and play the sprint. If I get the other backstab, I win. I think that's my best chance of winning. Nope. 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 And, nope. Damn it. Alright. Well, I think the sensible move is to kill the bear with that. Kill the Crazed Alchemist with that. Kill his Cobra with that. So he's got 4 damage, taking everything to 12, down to 10. Unless he has 2 kill commands, which is possible. He's not going to be able to kill me. But he'd have to top deck another kill command and be holding on to one. I've got card advantage, a decent amount of health, and I should be able to just stall him out, because this stuff, these dogs are going to get taken care of by my minions. Is he going to keep going for the face? He's threatening lethal. He's being threatened with lethal right now. Oh, Tinker's Oil. Not quite good enough. He really has to kill this. So he can trade his 4 dogs in for it, but then he's probably going to lose because of just card disadvantage. He really needs some kind of help from his hand to kill this off. Is he just going to throw his dogs at it? Does he have a multi-shot? No, he's just going to throw his dogs at it. Okay, so I'm fine because I've got plenty of health. He's not going to burn me out. This isn't going to do it. Okay, we survived, I think. Okay, let's go ahead and do the Grizzly. And I could Deadly Poison to kill this thing off. But, oh, wait a minute. If I play this, I don't have a weapon in hand. We're right. So, I don't actually want to do that yet. How important is it to kill this Berserker? Not that important. I think I'll just play this, hit him in the face, and pass the turn. Now we're just threatening lethal. I can make the dagger, Deadly Poison, Oil. Could I have done that last turn? I guess I could have. That would have been what? 4, 6 damage? Yeah, it wouldn't have been enough to kill him. Oh wait, yes it would have. Oh, hang on a minute. Did I just mess up? This would have also buffed that, so it would have been an extra 9 damage. So it would have gotten him down to 1 health. So it wouldn't have killed him, but I should have checked for it. Because the Deadly Poison is a great way to trigger combo on this. Then you don't risk having a summoning sick minion block the combo. Alright, he plays Unleash the Hounds, which I don't think is actually going to save him here. Yeah. Although, I guess he's making the right play, because right now, he doesn't know that I actually have more damage to kill him with. But okay, so we gotta play this right. We're gonna trigger the oil with the Deadly Poison. That way I'm guaranteed to get the buff on my guy. And then we're gonna pound him into Oblivion Land. There we go. Okay, maybe a little bit of an imprecise play on that previous turn. I didn't check for the win, and if my math is off, I might have actually had the win, but I was pretty safe. And that questing adventure really helped. I do have 2 questers in here, right? Yeah, 2 questers, 2 backstabs. Would have been nice to get one earlier. Yeah, pretty good deck. High on the curve there. Oh yes, this deck has Deathwing. I totally forgot about that. That's so awesome. And the sprint actually worked out well. I put down so much threat to him that he had to spend a lot of resources killing it, and then I just refilled my hand and won because of card advantage. Yeah, it was good. He had a Knife Juggler and Unleash the Hounds combo for 4 dogs, and that wasn't enough to win, so I think that my deck held up pretty well there. I certainly shan't be complaining. Alright, who's our next opponent? Victorola, give me somebody. Do 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 do, buddy do do do, buddy 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 boo. Boom. Alright, we got the Deathwing here, which is not good. Do I want the Backstab and the Deadly Poison? Really no, because I want to actually get some minions to play, so I'll keep the Backstab. With the help of the Dagger, that will kill a Northshire Cleric if you should play one on turn 1. So let's see what happens here. We do get Deathwing right back. Ouch. So that's going to be a dead card for a while, so I'm basically playing a card down for a good long while here. Priests are maybe the worst class to try to use Deathwing against, because they have 2 different answers to Deathwing. They have the Shadow Word Death and the Mind Control. Most other classes have just 1 answer, and both of those, by the way, are common replies as well. Alright, so we got a couple of different choices here. I could play the Questing Adventure and backstab this. Unfortunately, that would require taking 5 damage to the face, but it would give me a 3/3 that might grow bigger if he doesn't kill it right away. I could also play the Dread Corsair, which is a little bit less risky, and just have a standoff with the Imani Berserker and try to just kill it. Get straight up advantage by killing it with this guy. I'm gonna do this, and I want to see if he has an answer. So now he's going to be forced to use Shadow Word Pain against this thing, which isn't that big of a victory because he's using a 2-mana spell to kill a 3-mana minion, but it would have killed my Quester with it regardless. Oh, please don't have any more crap. Oh, fuck, he has the coin. That's bad. Well, at least it uses the coin, but... Alright. So here, I have a tough choice to make. I have to play this engine, of course. I don't think the questing adventure really holds up. Ooh. I can play this engine, and then backstab dagger to kill this. Leaves me with a 3-5 versus a 2-3. But then I've used the backstab, so I don't get to buff the questing adventurer with it, so the quester ends up being mediocre. However, a good option now is better than the best option later. I really feel like playing quester here would just be too slow. So we'll backstab that. Kill it off so he doesn't get cheaper max. Now I've got a 3-3 versus a 2-3. Still, I'm not up a card, but I'm not down any cards either, unless you count the Deathwing. And then I've got the classic, this is such a classic thing for me, the turn 5 conundrum. Always on turn 5 I have issues, because I don't have anything good to play. Alright, so I'm definitely going to kill this. That's, I think, an easy call. And now I could silence this guy so he doesn't give anything a bonus, but I don't think that's urgent. I think what I'm going to do instead is actually play this and do a Geomancer, so that the questing adventurer party can get started. Let's see if he's got another Shadow Word Pain. I think if he had a Shadow Word Pain, he would have used it on this engine last turn. He's going to Thought Steal 2 cards from me, see if he can steal an answer. Could he get something? Yes, he can get an Eviscerate. That would kill the quester. Did he get it? I hope he stole Deadly Poison, because he can't use that. There's actually 2 Deadly Poisons and a Tinker's Oil, both of which would actually be totally useless for him. Alright, so we got a couple of different options here. I could do Archmage, that's just my biggest minion, and then the Quester can kill the Cultist. Problem with that is the Quester would die to Holy Smite or a Holy Nova, which I'm not that excited about. I could kill this with my Dagger and the Geomancer, though, because he didn't heal it enough. I mean, he healed it as much as he could, but it wasn't enough. The other option, I could play the Silence and then the Shield Bearer to get this to be buffed up more, but you know what? I'd rather have this, because my questing adventurer won't be at 4-4 forever, but he's at 4-4 right now, which is like really difficult for priests to kill, because of course their Shadow Words don't work on it. And then he's also got the Archmage, which is again very difficult for priests to kill. He needs a Holy Fire right now. He doesn't have it. Alright, this is actually pretty solid for me now, because what I can do here is just silence this thing so it doesn't bring back the minion. This is, by the way, why silence is so good nowadays. I can actually make this be a 7-7 and kill it and live, but I'd rather damage the Archmage because I don't need the spell damage right now, and might as well, you know, go big or go home right now. Once it's a 5-5, it can already be Shadow Word Deathed, so let's hit him for 7 damage. Boom. So one less Shadow Word that can be used against Deathwing, and yeah, this Deathwing could have been a 5-7, which for 5 mana, which would have been way better for me. He Fan of Knives, which is a really good card to have stolen from me, because obviously killed a bunch of my crap. Does he have the Eviscerate or anything? Haunted Creeper? No, he doesn't get the other thing he needs. But this is just a dead card. I can't really use it. He's got a lot of cards here. Sludge Belcher is a fantastic top deck. I'll take it pretty happily here. Alright. I think I'm just going to hit him in the face. Okay, well, that's that. Questing Adventurer wins me the game in a way that Goblin Sapper definitely wouldn't have. Wow. Alright, so streak lately of winning games with marginal cards. Let's keep on trucking here. So far, so good. Taking a sip of Good Luck water. See what we can achieve here. Okay.
Valir versus Jaina.
You asked for it. Why?
I have asked for it, she says. Well, definitely not these 4 drops, and Deadly Poison, I'm growing just to not really enjoy having this card early on. I'd rather fish for a backstab or an actual minion to play. Because you really can't use it until turn 3, and then it's kind of too late. This is a pretty mediocre hand, and mediocre's being generous. This is a terrible opening hand. Betrayal's not useful. Oh god, I have 2 questing adventurers and no way to really buff them up. This is a pretty rough start. I guess I really should have kept that Deadly Poison. Boy. Boy, howdy. That is rough. Elven Archer does not help me at all. We'll pass the turn. I mean, she can help if my opponent indulges me in playing a 2 toughness minion, which is pretty much what I have to hope for here, or else I'm going to fall ferociously behind. And she does, mercifully. She plays a Knife Juggler. Okay. So I could play Dread Corsair. That doesn't really do much for me. It'll just die to this Knife Juggler. I could Fan of Knives to kill the Knife Juggler, which gives me a card, which gives me a chance to maybe draw something better. What do I get from playing Elven Archer? I mean, I get to remake the dagger. That's definitely not worth it. I could play a Questing Adventure, but that seems very passive. So yeah, let's always draw cards first. We'll get our card from the Fan of Knives. It's an Archmage. Not exactly helpful. Okay, here it is. I've got to hope that this betrayal is really huge, or else I'm going to fall really far behind.
Put this apple on your head.
Okay, please don't play anything else. Alright, I'm actually got a decent chance here. I'm going to go ahead and do the Questing Adventure. I could have played Ascension, but I figure we should start this party right now. See what she wants to do. She can, of course, ping my Elven Archer and get a card up. No, she's actually a card down right now because I killed the Knife Juggler with my... She's actually 2 cards down, isn't she? Because I used Fan of Knives, which replaced itself in a dagger, and then a dagger and this. So yeah, I'm actually ahead on cards. Okay, so we've got an interesting choice here. I could Deadly Poison and kill this thing off. The risk mainly of doing that is that then I've just taken 10 damage just by hitting minions, and she might be able to just fling 3 fireballs at me and win. My other option is I could do this, play Deadly Poison, and then just to get a Dread Corsair down and try to cock block the Shredder. The problem is in a Frostbolt would let the Shredder hit my Quester. But the Quester would then be at actually 5/5. Interesting. I could play Ascension and just sit tight against that. But you know what? Let's go big or go home. So let's see what this is. I will take the damage. Let's see what that is. Maybe it's a 1 toughness thing that I could kill. Oh, Snow Chugger. Well, that's annoying. Well, we'll play this. We'll hit her in the face. Let's see what she's got. So again, Questing Adventurer giving me an interesting lead. Basically, the problem is that I'm up against a mage, and if she has enough fireballs in her hand, she can just win by flinging spells at my face. Let's see what she's got. The Snow Chugger is very annoying, but the Dread Corsair ends up being quite solid here as a block against that. I think I mentioned while drafting that Dread Corsair was made good by Deadly Poison, and this just shows how having that kind of potential in your deck can bail you out of tough situations sometimes. Well, she's thinking a lot. That's a good sign. I imagine if she had Cone of Cold, she'd play it right away. Although, maybe Cone of Cold's not a great answer here, because the Questing Adventure will be frozen, but it'll just keep growing. She would really prefer a more permanent solution, but if she fireballs or polymorphs this, not only is she spending a premier 4 mana removal against 3 mana minion, but then the Snow Chugger dies to my Corsair. Okay, well, let's think about this. I could Betrayal on the Snow Chugger to deal 2 damage to the Tiger, but that doesn't actually help me very much. I could play the Archmage, which is the best minion I have. The problem with that, of course, is that then the Tiger kills the Corsair, and then the Snow Chugger can freeze the... Oh, wait, what am I even talking about? Wow. No, clearly I could just kill this off, or I can use my face. Do I want to hit this with my face? I don't care that much about being frozen, but I am a little bit concerned about the damage. I'm going to go ahead and respect the damage here. We're going to go ahead and do this. Play Ascension for some extra protection. I'm going to hit her in the face with my weapon, remake the weapon, and then just smack her for another 7 damage. So she's got to be a little bit careful. By damaging myself a lot, I did kind of open the door a crack for being burned out, but she really does need to capitalize on that pretty much right away, or else take out this Adventurer. She top decks a Fireball to kill the Adventurer, so that's 1 Fireball not going on the face. She has mana left over to ping off my Corsair. Okay, well, it didn't work out too well because she didn't play any minion for me to use Betrayal, and I can't backstab because, of course, backstab can only go on undamaged minions. Ouch. Well, as the old saying goes, if it's going to hit you anyway, you might as well kill it. So, the question is, do I play the Archmage or the Quester and the Yeti? I think the Quester and the Yeti is the right move. So I'll take 5 more damage. She shouldn't be able to kill me yet. Got Backstab, which can turn the Questing Adventurer big, and I can also buff it with an Archmage. I can do, actually, Archmage, Backstab, and Betrayal all next turn. Make this a 6/6. Won't quite kill her, but it'll be a lot of damage. And then Betrayal, note that this does not work with spell damage because it's the minion deals its damage to the minions next to it. That does not get buffed by spell damage, if I remember correctly. So she had a pretty good answer there. The Tiger and the Fireball being top decked bailed her out at the right moment. Now she's actually up cards, and life were equal just because I hit myself so much. So I'm not really at an advantage apart from these 2 minions on the board. So let's see if she can actually deal with that in any way. If these guys are allowed to whack her, I might actually have a chance at winning. The problem against a mage is because I've hit myself so many times, all 15 damage that I've taken is self-inflicted. I cannot let pretty much anything hit me because then she might just randomly win off of 2 fireballs. But in this particular game, she would have used a fireball earlier if she had one, and the fireball she killed the adventurer with was top decked. So I have to kind of think that she probably doesn't have 2 fireballs here. Her burn potential probably isn't that good. Alright, well, let's play that and think. Is there any point in playing this shield bearer? Not really. So I'm just going to hit her in the face and swing. Obviously, if this were a rogue or a druid, I would play shield bearer because that would prevent her from using the hero ability to kill my Yeti. But since the mage can just ping on by, there's no real point to it. Okay, so let's see if she's got an answer for this. I mean, she had to top deck a fireball to kill the quester. She used flame strike to kill the adventurer, which is not the most efficient way of doing business. Now she's going to ping this. She'll have 7 cards to my 4. I mean, yeah, I got to finish her off here. I got to get an eviscerate or something. Okay, that doesn't matter too much. I've got plenty of mana. I can remake the dagger. The snow chugger's annoying, but backstab will kill it because it's buffed by spell damage, and I can hit her in the face. Can I get something good? Maybe a Tinker's Oil would be nice. Ooh, Betrayal's really good. She didn't make a mistake, by the way. There was just no way for her to play around Betrayal. So I can Betrayal this. Bonkety bonkety. Back, yeah, and then notice spell damage didn't activate. Backstab that, hit her in the face, do that, hit her in the face. Again, I see really no reason to play Shield Bearer unless she has like an Argent Commander or something. Then again, there's no reason not to play the Shield Bearer, so I'll play it. Okay, let's pass the turn. Tinker's Oil would be the kill. Eviscerate would be the kill. I don't remember if I have Argent Commander, but that would be the kill. No Mission Mentor is a bit scary. She's getting more cards and putting a minion down. Actually, the Archmage is threatening the kill. She has to taunt or do something about that. Fireball or Polymorph will kill it. Crazed Alchemist with Frostbolt. Or Flame. Oh man, Flame Cannon. Okay, so it was a clutch move there playing the Shield Bearer. That gave me a 50-50 chance of surviving Flame Cannon. Okay, now let's say Flame Cannon had hit this. I would have hit her down to 3. Yeah, I would have been at the mercy of my top decks. If I could get Tinker's Oil. Oh, I never actually. Someone told me, Boris, you should look at your cards if you are going away from your games. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. I can remember my decks, but actually, there is no Eviscerate in here. There is no Eviscerate. So my kill would have been a Deadly Poison, the Tinker's Oil. Yeah, that's it. I mean, Deathwing would have probably actually won me the game, too, because she did not have Polymorph. If she was taking 50-50 odds, and where if she lost the coin flip, she lost the game, she should have played Polymorph if she had it, so she just didn't have it. So the mage had 1 Fireball and no Polymorphs, and that was crucial in that game, because I actually managed to get big minions against her pretty early. Okay, well, this deck, I don't remember if I said it was mediocre or not, but it's up to 4-0. I really can't complain that much about it, can I? Alright, Fractal, the Druid. Alright, we got a Bomb Lobber, Sprint, Spectre Knight, all fine cards, just terrible opening hand. Pretty glad about that Sprint, I think. I don't remember what it was up against. We got the Murloc Tidehunter, which is bad against Druids. At least I'm the second player, so, or the first player. Actually, no, that's not even good. No, this is bad. Because I'm going to play this on turn 2, and then on his turn 2, he just shapeshifts and kills it, when he might not have had anything better to do in the first place. I get a decent 4-drop. I think daggering here is a bit passive, especially because I got nothing to do next turn anyway, so I might as well dagger. I just hope that he has a minion here. That he's being prevented from playing because of this Tidehunter. That's just all I hope. Gonna coin for it. It must be a good 3-drop like a Harvest Golem or something. He would never play me anything mediocre. And yep, that's a good one. So he's gonna get a couple of cards off of this. That is of course gonna make my Goblin Sapper good. And Deadly Poison's a nice top deck. So we'll kill this off in 1 hit. Give him a card. Good for 3. I mean, I could have obviously intentionally hit the Acolyte twice to get more cards in his hand for the Sapper. Maybe I would have done that if I actually had the Sapper, but since I didn't, it really didn't seem to be any point in doing that, and plus there's value in having this out. Now with Fan of Knives I can deal 4 damage and draw a card. So let's see if he's got anything good now against my Murlocs. Got an Ogre Brute. Uh-huh. Is that worth killing? Well, I'm definitely not going to use the Arcane Golem. You don't want to give Druids extra mana. I think I'll just keep it simple here. Let's kill this off with my Scout and my weapon. Got plenty of health. I got a 3/5. 3/5s for 4 are great in general, and then the benefit is permanent if he does play spells like Panthers or Wild Growth or something. Deal 2 damage. Does he actually have a pirate? No, he doesn't have a pirate, thank goodness. Okay, so I'm actually doing okay. I'm not really going up any cards because of the Acolyte drawing him a card and then being able to shapeshift basically to kill off my Murloc. But I'm not really going down cards either, and then now I'm actually going up a card by killing this off. So I got the 5 drop first. He's got 7 cards to my 6, soon to be 7. I survived through turn 5 by having a good 5 drop, and I've got an Archmage here. Equip a random weapon for each player. Alright, he gets Perdition's Blade, which doesn't actually trigger the battle cry, so it's just a 2/2. I got a Fiery War Axe, which is a 3/2, so I got a little bit of a better deal there. There's a crazy game not too long ago, you might remember, where I actually had I got a Trucifer Champion, and the opponent got a Gladiator's Longbow. That was nuts. Alright, Elven Archer can of course kill this. Do I want to do that, though? I have to think critically about this. Because if I'm playing Elven Archer, I'm foregoing the opportunity to play an Archmage. Let me think about this. He can kill Siege Belcher with the Blingtron and then kill off the Ooze with the Blade. I think it's actually worth it. Even though it means that I don't get to do anything. I mean, I could rush him up to 7 mana. Let's see, what is this? 6 plus 4 is 10, down to 11. Alright, we'll risk it. He plays an Ironbark, he plays an Ironbark, but that's not for another turn, so what I'm really risking here is a Ancient of War, which is an epic. I'm not going to play around that. He's going to have a hard time getting past the Siege Belcher. I've got 2 things at 3 health, so Swipe and Starfall don't really work very well. He's got a Swipe. Okay, how's he going to use it? He's going to target that. So the Siege Belcher actually lives, and this lives as well. He must have something for the Siege Belcher, or else he wouldn't have done that. He wouldn't leave this 4/1 around. Oh, he actually is leaving that around. Interesting. Okay, cool. So I get to attack with this 4/1. Awesome. Well, I guess I'll play the Archmage, use my axe to kill his 3/3, hit him for 5. The fact that I got this Arcane Golem to attack twice is pretty amazing. Okay, here's the moment of truth. If he has an Ironbark, it's going to be difficult for me, actually. Very difficult. I can deal 2 damage, plus 4 is 6. Oh, there's only 7 damage. I'm going to have to throw the Archmage at it. He's got a Force of Nature. That's not what he really needs unless... No, he can't do Savage Roar. He can kill off that, but then this Archmage is still dealing damage. Does he have an answer for it? No, he doesn't. And these guys are going to die, so that was just a 6 mana killed the opponent's 2 minions while leaving his best minion at full health. Okay, he's got in trouble. This guy's got some serious-ass trouble here. Backstab doesn't hit the opponent. The important decision I have to make here is whether to Fan of Knives to cycle for a card to try to find something to kill the opponent with. Obviously, I don't have Eviscerates in this deck, so I think I'm not going to do that. He couldn't kill this thing last time. So, why don't we just... Okay, then.
Well played.
Alright! And he gives me a well played. That's nice. That's nicely mannered of him. Okay, we're going to have time for 1 or 2 more games. 5-0. Wow. Doing solid. Some of those games felt kind of stressed. Like, I could think of things the opponents could have had that would have given me a hard time, but... It's been going really well, and I have to say it does feel good to be playing with 6 drops again. I went on kind of a streak there where I was really discouraged by all these aggro decks everybody was playing. My high curve decks never had a chance to get off the ground. Somehow I seem to have found a good balance though. A2 Quartz Mage. Alrighty. This is just terrible. The only thing I might consider doing is keeping this sheep. I'm going to actually do it. I'll keep the sheep just in case she gets off to a quick start. I want to have an answer at hand, and I get, of course, more removal. Well, if I had known I was going to get Backstab or Deadly Poison, I would have mulliganed the sheep. I think I'm okay, though, with my choices. Kobold Geomancer gives me an extra feeling of security here, because I know that I can play it in Backstab for 3 damage to kill, say, a Berserker or other pesky things. Cogmaster. Oh, man, you never know with this crap. You just never know. I mean, she might have another Mac, and then it's going to be a 3/2 for 1 mana. Is that worth backstabbing? Alright, I'll do it. It's a waste of the spell damage. So, I'd say that's a victory for her. She got me to use a backstab against a 1 mana minion. Let's see what she plays here. If she leaves this alive, dealing 2 damage with Fan of Knives might be helpful. If not, I might Dagger Mastery for Deadly Poison. Please don't be a Scarlet Crusader or a Harvest Golem. Ah, Farseer. So that's fine. She wastes the heal, and then I've got an answer to it. Fan of Knives doesn't work, but Deadly Poison does.
Here we go.
A dink, a link, and that's that. I really like the Blingtrong, the 3-4 for 5 that gives both people a random weapon. It means it's very easy now for all characters to be able to attack. So if you put it in like your Warlock deck or your Mage deck, you get to hear Jaina and Gul'dan's. Is that his name? Gul'dan? Why am I suddenly, after playing this for over a year, unsure of what the Warlock's name is? Battle cries when they attack. It was always possible to do that through like weird ways, like by stealing a Tyrion Forge ring and then killing him. But this is the first time where it's easy for all classes to have an attack. Wow, Deadly Poison was just money right there. That took out 2 of her 3 drops. I'm behind on health because I attacked twice, and I didn't really... I attacked myself twice for more damage than the Kobold Geomancer was dealing to her. Wow, Frostbolt against that? That's very risky because, there's a chance I could heal this up in between turns. So she's really behind here. She's on the back foot. Okay, so I'm actually going to use my Spellbreaker, and the reason for that is I've got nothing else to do if I don't do this. So I might as well do it. Sheep would be very dumb here. That would just be like a board kill on myself. So we're going to hit her for 3 damage. Amazingly, it wasn't the 3 damage that I cared about. It was just putting a 4-3 down when I had nothing else to do. I would have loved to see Spectre Knight or Sludge Belcher in that hand. Sucks I didn't have it. Okay, so she plays a secret. Well, it's most likely a mirror entity. I can't see why she'd play Duplicate here. It's possible, of course, that she played a Vaporize or Ice Armor. So do I want either of those? If I play the Yeti, I'll use the Spellbreaker and Dagger to kill the Yeti. So yeah, we'll just do this. I'm doing this regardless. If you're going to do it regardless, you should just do the minion first. So let's see if it's a mirror entity. Hopefully it's not. It is, because it always is when I don't want it to be. So we take another 4 damage. I think racing her here would be a bit foolish. Hit her in the face with the Geomancer. Okay, so I'm a little bit ahead on life. She's got 5 cards to my 5, soon to be 6. And I've got more coming with Sprint and possibly Fan of Knives. Still waiting for the perfect opportunity to use Fan of Knives. This is not exact. Well, this is kind of it. I can hit that first. Oh, ouch. Violet Teacher. Ouch. Okay, let's see what I've got coming. Backstab, huh? Well, this is actually really good. So what I can do here is backstab the Violet Teacher for 3 damage. So the Geomancer is basically double money right here. This is pretty spectacular. Get to kill off both of her things. Tinker's Oil doesn't really work. I mean, I could use it. I don't have a weapon, so it doesn't. The first part doesn't do anything, but the combo would give one of the minions +3 attack. Still, I think it's a bit aggressive. Let's just make a dagger. Already attacked. Hit her in the face and pass the turn. Was it worth it to do this as a give a minion like a bad Blessing of Might? I don't think so. Play Snow Chugger. She needs something else, so this is not gonna cut it. Oh man, she had nothing. She's setting up for a Flame Strike. It looks like. So did I go for this oil here? This is just uncomboed. It would be 4, 8, 10 damage. And actually, if it doesn't hit my currently played minion, it would actually be the kill. So what else do I want to have die to the Flame Strike? I guess the... Well, no. The sheep, she can ping the sheep and it'll... No, definitely not the sheep. Okay, not the sheep. Because if I play the sheep, she can just ping the sheep and these things will die to the Snow Chugger and the sheep. So we're going to go for this, see if it can land on the right creature. It does. So unlike the last time I tried this time it works. Now we have a pretty secure kill. Wow. Alright, let's do one more game. And then I've got to go teach a class. Pretty good times. Pretty good times all around. Wow, 6-0. Last time I was at 6-0, I ended up making it up to 8 wins. I did lose when I was at 6-0, so I never actually got to see the joy of being at 7-0, which is very exciting. Alright, our next worthy opponent is a Shaman, Flesh Pocket. Shamans are an interesting class to face in the arena. They're not something that's like known for being super strong, so you're not like ever afraid of facing a shaman, but every now and then they will just wipe the utter bejesus out of you, so I've kind of learned to respect them for that reason. Alright, we got the sheep, which is decent against shamans. It's killing off all their totems. And it's some insurance in case he has a fast start, but I'd much rather see him play like coin, knife, juggler, play fairy dragon, and backstab. Zombie chow, so annoying. Oh, and more. Okay. Okay. And an Argent Squire. Neither of which actually dies to backstab. Hilarious. Alright, what do we want to do here? What do you want to do here? The Fairy Dragon holds up against the Squire. Somewhat well. Oh, man. That was a pretty awesome start. I could do the sheep. I'm just going to do the sheep, I think. Now let's just sheep it up. So if she attacks the sheep with the squire will die. Is that a silence? Oh my god, she actually had the silence. You know what I really need right now? I need a fan of knives. Actually, that wouldn't even work. That would only pop the shield and kill the owl. Okay, well anyway, guess we're gonna do... Let me think about this. Backstab could kill the owl, but so can my dagger. I don't want to dagger deadly poison this chow because I actually want to get hit a little bit more before I do that. So let's go ahead and get the free kill on the owl. And I don't see a reason to backstab this squire yet, so we'll just pass the turn. So he went up a card killing my sheep, I went up a card killing the owl. He's got a wolf now. Alright, this is a pretty aggressive deck. I think I'm going to be okay though. I'm getting 5 health back, and I finally have a target for my backstab. So we're going to do the Fairy Dragon, Murloc Tidehunter, backstab this, and I'll plink off the shield. I think that's reasonable. Okay, let's see if he's got like a lightning storm to keep the pressure going. I'm basically at 26 health because of the chow. He plays the totem, so that's a good sign. No lightning storm. He does get spell damage, but then he trades. Okay, that's great. So he just ran out of steam all of a sudden. Oh, that's not what I needed. So I don't need these deadly poisons. I'm gonna play this actually just to have a creature on the board. I'm gonna hit him in the face. The reason for that is I'll leave this around. It is risky if he has like flame tongues or something to buff this up. He can attack with it, but the thing is I wasn't going to kill it anyway, and I think if he had a flame tongue he would have already used it before. Okay, so this is actually a good top deck. That bear is a very good top deck. We can deadly poison the Worgen, play the bear. I will kill off the healing totem. I think that's worth doing, and hit him in the face. So if I had hit this, actually if I had hit this, it would have been healed up, so that would have done nothing, actually. I want to play this Archmage pretty badly. Oh boy. Alright, let's do this to kill the Fire Elemental. I'm going to kill this off just to be safe. So I'm a little bit low on health because I've dealt so much damage to myself. And I've got this Archmage. Pretty much all my hopes are pinned on this. If he has a Hex, I'm in a lot of trouble. Doesn't matter, he has another Fire Elemental? Are you serious? Jeez, 2 Fire Elementals is difficult. Oh no, that's actually really bad because that makes us a 6 health so that these 2 guys don't kill it anymore. Crap. Fan of Knives though, to save the day. Wow, that really does save the day. That was a good top deck. It damages the Fire Elemental to the point where it'll actually die to my Archmage. So now the Archmage can die to Earth Shock and, you know, Frost Shock and all that crap, but at least I got Fan of Knives for some good card value. Is it a 3rd Fire Elemental? Are you goddamn kidding me? Oh my god. And he gets a Taunt Totem to protect the Fire Elemental. Man, well, 3 Fire Elementals back to back, unless you're doing really well for yourself. That's just gonna be a bad time. Okay, so there's a couple of different options here. I could actually play the Oil uncomboed just to get the big attack on the weapon. I could then kill this Elemental going down to 11 health by throwing away my Scout. I could also just wait and try to get off a big Deathwing, I suppose. I mean, he's never going to see that coming. There's just no way. But if I'm going to get off a big Deathwing, I'm going to end up throwing this away anyway. So we'll just do that. And I will hit him in the face with that Scout. I'm giving away a little bit. I'll just hit him in the face some more. Giving away a little bit by doing this, like why didn't I kill the elemental? But we'll see if he can overextend. I know he doesn't have Hex, or he didn't when I played the Archmage. Hex and Big Game Hunter are just about the only things he could use to kill this. The normal things other than, like, you know, Sylvanas and then kill the Sylvanas or something wacky. Please play more minions. Please play more minions. I need you to play more minions. Oh no, he did not play. Oh fuck. Oh god, that's bad. So this is really bad because he didn't play any more minions. So it's just Deathwing versus whatever these 3 cards are. Alright, yeah, I could play, no, we're just gonna do Deathwing. I have to do this. So, Deathwing drops down. I'm actually gonna keep this weapon on hand. The reason for that is simply that if he gets a taunt totem, I want to kill it so I can attack him with Deathwing. If I hit him in the face and he gets a taunt, I'll have to use Deathwing to attack it. And anyway, hitting him down to 16 Deathwing will not be the kill. He just top decked. Are you freaking kidding me? Oh my god, that's ridiculous. That is just insane. So he's threatening lethal, so I have to actually kill the Fire Elemental. I had 16 damage here. 16 damage. 16 damage, but I didn't top deck any more damage. So I have to kill this off. Oh my god. Well, let's play the Yeti and think. I've got 12. I have 20 damage on the nose. Oh man. Alright, let's hit him in the face. So he's got 4 damage here, he just needs 4 damage to kill me. Lightning Bolt will do it, and then lots of stuff would do it. Rockbiter would do it. He's got a bajillion one ways cards that will kill me. Wow, this guy played 4 Fire Elementals though. I mean, what was I supposed to do? So yeah, there's just so many cards that will kill me here. It'd be pretty much a miracle if he doesn't actually have the kill. Okay, that's 1 damage. He needs 3 more damage. And then that'll do it. So he actually kills me. Man, if I had killed this totem, I would have survived, but I don't know. I think I would have been in trouble there still. Because I would have survived that turn. And then I would have hit him. Yeah, maybe if I had killed this, I would have lived, but I feel like I still made the right choice hitting him because that put me within range of killing him. And I think my odds were already so low of living through the turn I had to play to my outs. Alright, so I'm gonna go to 6-1. That's frustrating. But thanks for watching. Please like and or subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Take care, everybody.